This is a story about the power of music. About the single-minded and relentless pursuit to fully unleash its great potential. And a commitment to the effortless and endless exchange between artists and their audiences, where artists can be heard and everyone can hear what moves them, simply and without judgment. To us, music is more than an industry. It's a language that speaks to and is spoken by all. Let there be music.
By now, most of us are no longer freaked out by the way Amazon greets us by name and makes eerily appropriate product suggestions as soon as we land on its virtual doorstep. An extrapolation of that tech was my favorite sequence in Steven Spielberg's Minority Report.
John Anderson, you can use a Guinness right about now.
The recommendation engines of Amazon and other websites utilize the vast amount of data they have on their customers' shopping habits.
It's essentially looking at the book through statistics, stepping back, not knowing anything about the intrinsic qualities of that particular book or car or magazine or whatever.
Tim Westergren is founder and chief strategy officer of Pandora, a personalized web-based radio service.
It's a profoundly simple application. You just type in a song or artist and it creates a station, starts streaming. If you want to, you can kind of thumb up, thumb down, and you can create up to 100 of those, and they'll travel with you no matter where you are, what device you listen to.
It really is that simple to use. But what you can't see, under the hood, is that they've developed a unique approach to music recommendation. And it's not based on related purchases, but on the musical characteristics of songs.
It relies on something called the Music Genome Project, which is something we've been working on for almost a decade now. And it's an enormous, essentially, collection of songs that we have manually analyzed along close to 400 attributes per song, kind of like musical DNA.
You heard that right. Each of the songs in Pandora's database has been analyzed manually, not by software, by humans.
We have a team of 25 musician analysts, so these are all professionally trained musicians, and this is kind of their day jobs.
Is that necessary that they be professional musicians?
Yeah, you need serious theory chops to do what they do. The basic idea is we take every aspect of a recording. So there's the melody, there's harmony, there's rhythm, there's form, and each one of those is broken down into its most basic building blocks.
Time reporter Lev Grossman has researched a lot of recommendation engines and agrees that Pandora is a little different.
Most recommendation engines work off of data from audience reactions. Somebody like Netflix, for example, you watch a movie, you rate it, you say how much you liked it. They add it to their database of probably billions of other user ratings and try to find a match. And the blockbuster movies tend to get bigger and bigger, and the little ones don't tend to get bigger. Pandora is not a popularity contest, and that's kind of cool.
Pandora's blind to everything else. We don't know when we play a song for you if it's a well-known song or a completely obscure artist. It's not a factor in deciding what song plays.
Tim is a former professional musician, And the original concept for Pandora was to find a way to help undiscovered bands find an audience.
If you ask most adults, they'd say, I can't find any new bands, new music. I don't have time. I can't go browse the record store for the afternoon anymore. I've got a job and a family. And so I think, we're trying to solve that, and there's a huge need there.
But while Pandora does help predict the sounds we'll like, it's not about to replace your lifelong friend who says, I thought of you when I heard this. I know you'll like it.
The way you respond to music is such a complex cocktail of memories and personal associations. And yes, those 400 musical characteristics that you can never quite replicate it in software. And it's sort of romantic in a way. Pandora's sort of chasing this dream. And they'll never quite get there. But they get, as time goes by, closer and closer.
For Time.com, I'm Brian Mallow.
Hello everyone, I hope you enjoyed the earlier video as much as we did. Let us introduce Pandora to you in a short video presentation. The company overview of Pandora. Pandora is an American internet radio company founded by Tim Westergren in January 2000. Joe Kennedy is the president and the CEO of the company. Business evolution of Pandora. With Tim's background in music as a pianist, a film composer, and his passion for music, he bagged $1.5 million when he started doing so. He then started Savage Bees Technologies, which was very successful initially until the dot-com boom in the late 90s happened. Financial instability shook his company, which made him take two major leaps. That is, the first one, the change of business approach. He changed his business approach from business to consumers. He also changed the name to Pandora from Savage Bees Technologies, and he hired a veteran named Joe Kennedy to support his move. Music Genome Project is a mathematical algorithm to organize music. This also was started by Tim Westergren and John Kraft. The photos down represent Joe Kennedy on the left, who is the CEO and president of the company, Tim Westergren, a co-founder of the company, John Kraft, a co-founder as well of the company. Also, the Music Genome Project is by trademark Pandora's property, and it belongs to Pandora alone. The problems faced by the company. The company initially had a lot of lack of capital. They had a lot of competitors. They lacked in market awareness. They didn't have much advertisements. And also, they should have had business-to-business market tie-ups, because a lot of music artists, if they tie up with Pandora, they would benefit vice versa. A lack of planning also is a major thing with the company, because the company started shaping up after the rail strategy took place to advance by hiring Joe Kennedy. The strengths that we realized after we analyzed the company and the website is really user-friendly. Personalization of music is the key here. It has precise marketing, as the genre is only selected as per your liking and is based on your music ratings that you give as a feedback. It has Facebook integration and social media. They're really active. They also say that it's a music DNA, as every person who's registered there is basically listening to only what he or she likes, and all the music that are offered to them is basically selected through a database they have heard the song, like from the songs they've heard before. Also, it has a human touch because a lot of these big companies, they have computers that actually segregate the songs that are based on your likes and dislikes that you hear. But then with Pandora, they are music analysts who sit behind a desk with headsets on, with a lot of CDs on the side, and they actually monitor what goes well with after which song you've heard, and that's how the Music Genome Project runs as well. They have a really good, strong database and statistics with them. Social media, as you can see on the screen, Pandora is out there and they really are connecting to people. They have Twitter, Google, Facebook, YouTube, and even Instagram. You can follow them on Instagram as well. The strategy best suitable for Pandora, we actually chose the option 2, as given Pandora's situation and the company's overlook and the overview, is basically they can approach this option 2, that is build a buzz about Pandora through a word of mouth. Because basically after we did a SWOT analysis, the strengths lie in Tim Westergren. Just like Apple, like how what Steve Jobs did, Tim is really passionate about what he does. So basically, if he goes out there and he speaks through his heart, tells a story, it will definitely do well. Music Genome Project is one of the key factors that will highlight them. The human touch, really, like it's really unique in the market today. They have a lot of strong database. The weaknesses, however, is the message clarity, because if they approach this, then they everywhere they go, it may not be the same message they may follow, because it if the message is not clear, then it's definitely not heard. Competitors, others may take advantage of the situation and they may be more aggressive on real-time marketing. Brand, they are actually not really old as a brand, so basically they're young, so they really have to invest a lot of time on their brand. Opportunities, it's basically a global market. They should definitely outreach to the whole world and make Pandora possible for every person from everywhere. Quick results, partnership with artists, and threats, we have awareness, broadcast radio, because this is more personalized radio. Normally broadcast radio is what people hear. And market saturation, as you know, the whole web today is saturated, so much information and so many websites similar to it or exactly like it, so there's a lot of market saturation as well. Why we chose option 2 is because Tim Westergren is the company's biggest asset. It's really inexpensive to voice out to social media, and you definitely, if you are good at it and you're diligent, you really have a huge mass communication coverage that you can acquire. And also word of mouth is most effective from a form of strong brand recognition. If you speak highly of something, you're always selling it. Like, for example, if I tell you about an awesome movie, I saw it in an awesome place, you'll definitely go and see that movie at that same place. Also, Pandora, through our experience, we actually use the services. It's really excellent. You can see the registration is for free. Also, it actually picks on the artists that you like, and you also see Pandora is linked with almost all the devices that are present today. So you have BlackBerry, you have Android, you have Apple, you have Kindle Fire, you have Nook, and you have Windows Phone. And also you can search for music on the left. If you see on the left hand side just below Pandora, you can search for music, artist, whatever you like, and based on that selection you will be forwarded to a lot of new songs as well, and as well as old songs from back in the days. You also have a rating that says you dislike or like, and pause and next, and the volume control, and you have some help button on the side. The personal touch, after we registered, we actually got a personal email sent to us by Tim, the founder and the listener advocate team. The current deals that are available at Pandora is, as you can see on the screen, try a free 7-day trial of Pandora 1, and you get a Macca's $1 large Coke. Also, it's a festive season, so basically they are actually highlighting the gift subscriptions. Sorry for that. And you can actually email the gift to your friends or anyone that you want to gift a music package to, and also printed gift cards as well. So guys, we are ending this presentation right here, and we have Prakriti and myself, Kunga Barphungpa. Thank you for listening. Have a nice evening and a really good festive season.